I'll show you how to log every change in your Google Ads accounts just by talking. No typing, no fighting with a spreadsheet. And I'll do it with a Claude Cowork skill I built myself. As a Google Ads operator, I keep a log of every change I make and why I made it. Because months later, it's the only thing that tells me what actually worked. But doing it by hand is so slow and fiddly that most people just quit. The fix is Dictation plus AI. You talk, which is faster and pulls a lot more context out of you, and the skill cleans it up into consistent entries, with your campaign names fixed exactly. Before the setup, a quick word on why I built this inside Cowork and what Cowork is, if you haven't tried it. Cowork is an AI workspace where the assistant doesn't just answer you, it actually does the work, running multi-step tasks and working directly with your files and spreadsheets. That's what sets it apart from a regular chat like Claude AI or ChatGPT, which can tell you what to do but can't go and do it, and from Claude Code, which is just as powerful but runs from a terminal. Cowork puts that same power in a simple app with no code and no command line, which is exactly why a Google Ads operator like me can run a tool like this, not just an engineer. Setup takes a few minutes, and you only ever do it once. Let me walk you through it. Install the skill and create the project. Inside Cowork, click Customize to open skills. Click the plus to add a new skill and upload it. Just drop in the zip file and make sure it shows up in the list. Then create your project. Click Work on a project, choose Create a new project, and give it a name like Log Test 6. Point it at the folder on your computer where you keep your Cowork projects and add your campaign reports, a CSV export from every account you manage. A quick note on those CSVs. Pull them from the campaigns view in each Google Ads account, set the date range to the last month or last 30 days, and download as CSV. That export is what teaches the skill your exact campaign names, so it can match them perfectly later. Open a new task, make sure you're inside your project folder, and set the model, bottom right, to the most intelligent one, which right now is Opus. Then give it a single prompt. I'm starting fresh, set up a brand new account changes log from scratch. It loads the skill, recognizes it as the log skill, and tells you to create your spreadsheet first. So you spin up a blank Google Sheet, just type sheet.new in Chrome. While you do that, Cowork is already writing your setup script in the background. That takes about 2 minutes, so let it finish. When the script is ready, scroll up, click inside it, and hit the copy icon. Over in your new sheet, go to Extensions, then Apps Script, delete whatever is there, and paste the script in. Click Save, choose the Setup Log function, and click Run. Google asks for authorization. Click Review Permissions, then Advanced, then go to Untitled Project, select All, and continue. The Setup Complete message should appear in the execution log. That's it. Back in Cowork, tell it Done. Now it asks you to verify access. Reload the spreadsheet and you'll see a new Cowork log menu appear up top. Click it, choose Show Config and Verify Access, and look for a green pass. Once you see it, go back to Cowork and tell it Pass. Next, add the accounts you manage. Cowork sends you back to the sheet. Open the Cowork log menu, go to Accounts, and list them separated by commas, account 01, account 02, and so on. Back in Cowork, type Done. One last step makes your whole setup persist across every future session. In a sheet, open Cowork log and run show config and verify access again. This time it builds a config with your accounts at the end. Click inside it to copy it, and back in Cowork, copy the two lines starting with log config. Use these values. Then drop those lines along with the config in your project instructions so every task remembers it. Open the menu, go to Projects, pick your project, and on the right you'll see Instructions. Click the pencil icon, paste the two lines, leave the first one, log config uses values when login account changes, exactly as is, and where it tells you to paste the JSON, drop in the config you just copied from the sheet. Save. Back in Cowork's task window, enter saved and Cowork confirms you're all set. That's the entire setup, and you never have to touch it again. Unless you add a new account, then you just use that menu option. Now the part that actually makes this work. The secret to a good log is how you get your changes into it. And the answer is you talk and you let the AI clean it up. Think about what happens when you type a log entry. You write the absolute minimum, campaign name, what you changed, and that's it. You're busy, so you skip the why. And half the time the campaign name is a little off, so 3 months later your filters don't catch it. Now watch what happens when you dictate instead. I say, log a change, set a budget for the PMAX campaign on account 1 to $55 because I want to keep costs under control. That came out messy. The campaign name isn't exact, the numbers are a little loose, and I rambled. And that's exactly the point. The skill takes all of it and cleans it up. It finds the exact campaign name from my CSV, PMAX non-brand widget, it reads the current budget of 50, and it logs the action as increase budget from 50 to 55. And the reason I blurted out, keep costs under control, it catches that too and drops it straight into the expectations field. I never would have typed that reason. It's too much effort when you're typing. But because I was talking, it just fell out of my mouth, and the AI captured it and filed it in the right place. A quick word on the dictation tool itself. I use Whisper Flow, a paid tool. I like it, but you don't need it. There are several free voice-to-text apps that do the same job. And on a Mac you already got one, Voice Memos. It's not as good as Whisper Flow, I think, but it's a solid alternative. You hit record and talk through your change, then click done. At the top, tap the little quotes icon to pull up the transcription and copy that text and paste it straight into Cowork. Same result. One quirk to know. Every single change asks you to approve it before it writes. That's a Cowork limitation, not the skill. You just click through it each time. On account 2, I've got a search brand campaign running manual CPC. I say, log a change. Change the bidding strategy on a search brand campaign account 2 to target impression share at 90%. I think it'll get us more sales, and I want to test it for 30 days. The AI sorts it into the right columns. It switches the strategy from manual CPC to target impression share at 90, it sets the expectation to drive more sales, and it writes its own test name, search brand, target impression share, 30 days. So the whole experiment is tagged and trackable. Then, a month later, I can close the loop. I just say, change a log. I'm happy with the results of that search brand bidding impression share test on account 2, keep it. It logs the action as kept, and it marks the test concluded. Now the sheet shows the entire arc, where the test started, where it ended, and the result. And I built every one of those entries by talking, not typing. And one more bonus I almost left out. I've got another skill called the Google Ads Analyzer. Say you want to dig into how an account is performing. In Cowork, you choose the Google Ads Analyzer and point it at your data. It reads your CSV exports along with your account's change history, and it tells you what's working and what's dragging the account down. On its own, the analyzer can see what changed in the account, but Google's change history only ever shows you what changed, never why. Your log is the only place that holds the reason behind every move and the result of every test. all that context you captured just by talking. Pair the two together and the analysis can connect a performance shift straight to the change that caused it and the thinking behind it. So that's the real secret to logging your Google Ads changes. Dictate it and let the AI do the cleanup. And you can use this for other PPC channels too, not just Google Ads. I've put the skill and the instruction swipe file in the description below, so you can set this up yourself. Let me know what you think or if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit like and bell to get notified on new videos. I'm planning to do a lot of them. And have a great one.